Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author, Professor rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today, I'll tell you one combination of two very auspicious planets in a horoscope, which will make you attracted towards knowledge. And informally, I will not say as an anecdote, but informally, let's talk it as Guru Yoga. And how can planet help you for that? Let's see. In one of my earlier videos on illogics of Hindu astrology, I have said that I did not find any reason why Saturn and Venus they are inimical. Well, to some significations they may mismatch. They are friendly. Shiva, Saturn and Venus they are friendly, and Venus, Shiva, and Jupiter and Mercury they are inimical because the significations are matching. So there the similar karma also getting matching or the results of the karma. So little bit taking that context ahead, let's discuss Jupiter and Venus conjunction in a chart. And here I'm talking about the learning attitude of Jupiter and Venus. The planet that gives you a seeking, or the right term will be Jingyasa. So what is that? What is this? So English term is learning. If you go through the book by Rajiv Malhotra of Infinity Foundation, in non-translatables. So there are Sanskrit terms which you cannot translate. Even if you translate, there is always proxy. Like Graha and planets, they are not exactly the same. But here I think Jigyasa is the right term that your quest to learn, it is not learning, your quest to learn is given to you by primarily two planets. Two planets. One is Jupiter, no doubt regarding that. Other one is some extent Venus. I remember Guruvar K.N. Rao's lecture in US. He visited US in 1993, 94, and 95. Just 3 years, around 5 to 6 visits. So one of the recordings I was listening, he was saying that in the Navagraha Sutra, the Bhargava, Venus is saying to be Sarva Sastra Pravina. So Jupiter makes you a disciplinary learner. Venus makes you a interdisciplinary learners. I always, very lucid language, I will say, I always scold the individuals who take astrology as a passion, as a hobby, signification of Venus. Venus will make you interested in multiple things. I have interest in that, I have interest in that. So hobby creator is Venus, but here I am talking about hobby creator is Venus, no doubt. So I have a hobby to travel, all these things. So it's ultimately leading to luxury. But hobby creator is the Venus. But here, as I told earlier, I'm talking about the language side, the knowledge side. Shiva, pardon my language, the knowledge side of Jupiter and Venus. And we, in our Hindu astrology, call them inimical. But take my words, if these planets are really in conjunction, that means they are within the same direction. The founded, the basic rule you take for conjunction is there should be less than 10-degree difference between two planets. I know in the classics there are many things are mentioned. Sun apart because he had the power to burn, but apart from that, whenever we are talking of conjunction, in a very lucidly, thumb rule is you take a direction or the span of 10 degree. So if Venus is in 17 degree and Jupiter is in 25 degree of any Rasi, whichever that Bhava may be, they are in conjunction. So these two planets will create a Jingyasa inside you. What if they are making this combination in the Chandra Lagna, Chandra Rasi? Very specific because when I say Lagna, a degree should be said. So I have said in my earlier video that they're actually not synonymous. They are in conjunction with Chandra. They will make you think like that. Your quest for learning will develop. You will be disciplinary as well as multidisciplinary like me, but there is no yoga like this on my chart. And please look for this yoga in Navamsa also, because these are two planets which will pep up your learning attitude. Remember, systematically research is Saturn. So that is why Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, some of you have commented in my earlier video, it took to a serious research, significant research, because research attitude is Saturn. Achiever, research process is Saturn. First is your knowledge. Uh, Sun is revolving or moon, Shiva or Earth. Like take the Socrates or the Copernicus view at the time. Uh, then you start research. So without Saturn you cannot do research. And the research house is 8th house. Assuming that your research is very, very deep and out of the box. So that is 8th house, hidden side, finding something new. This is if you are doing research in very open area, like research in economics. I'm not belittling any discipline, but very open area. Then also you add 5th house to some extent. But in case of Jyotisha, it is 8th. So what if this yoga is maybe getting formed in 8th house? Very good. No, no, sorry, inimical planet, Jupiter and Venus, their problem. No, no, they may be problem for some other things. But finally, for marriage karaka, Jupiter, children karaka is your marriage karaka is Venus, and Jupiter is your children or putra karaka. And this is your Kalatra karaka. It's this term I'm lucidly using, but the significator Venus. So that's another good side. But so far as knowledge is concerned, this is a Guru Yoga. Because two Gurus, Daitya Gurus and Deva Gurus, they are in combination. And what if they are in Lagna? What if they are in the Chandra Lagna? And Chandra, check it, Chandra Lagna. Hmm? And what if they are in the 8th house? What if they are in the 5th house? What if they are in the 11th house, the house of gain? Definitely you have a quest for knowledge also. Sadbala matters. And if aspect of any malefics is there, their signification will be dropped. But had not been so, and no, they are in conjunction, but no other planet, then this is good. Just adding a little, if Saturn is there, excellent. Your research will be excellent. Again, Rahu is there, forget. Oh, brainstorming research. But these are the houses. Do not think that this house in the 7th house. Well, they're aspecting Lagna, do. Then some third house, leave that. But in the 5th, 8th, 11th, Lagna, Chandra Lagna, they will make you a very good learner. You will be a professor in physics because of Jupiter, but also you have interest in literature. You have seen many people. I remember Herbert George Wells, my favorite. H.G. Wells, the writer. I think almost all his books are in my bookcase. Almost all his books. A person who was basically a scientist but got the Nobel Prize for literature. Bertrand Russell, my favorite. Mathematician, philosopher, very dynamic. So those kind of dynamic research, uh, these two planets can give you. Saturn will add to it. So here, do not consider the Saturn's aspect as malefic. You have the learning attitude, but if research is not there, you cannot learn. You'll watch only the YouTube videos of Professor Mahapatra, and Professor Mahapatra is always confessing that I'm also a dimwit. So ultimately, you will also become a dimwit. So your research demands a systematic study. I had an opportunity to meet Vijay Mahajan, who's a good entrepreneur. is from IIM background, and he said research. So my seniors were saying, I was saying we are doing PhD in that institute, other things during my professional career. He said research is all about reading and writing. So it is all about reading, writing, and between that reading and writing, many processes are involved, like thinking, other things. So that attitude, this Guru Yoga can give you, and that will also create one intention inside you to impact your knowledge. Guru, these two guru, they always want to impact their knowledge. Had it in the eighth house, the people will not like to impact their knowledge because they want to keep it a secretive way. I do not know why at all. But if it is in the fifth house, in the 11th house, the conjunction of Jupiter and Venus, or even Lagna, or even Chandra Lagna, very good. So this is going to be a Guru Yoga for you. Do not consider it as an inimical perspective, which is bad perspective, materialistic perspective also the good because Santana Karak and other things are there. Saturn's aspect is also considered to be good here because Saturn is research. Here you are learning uh, backed by the research methodology. Saturn is the research methodology. You form the research question, that is Jupiter. You or also can be Shukra. You then start going the secondary literature review by reading many books, journals, as the PhD thesis is being written. A secondary literature review, you go for reading these books, Jupiter. But once you start forming the hypothesis and then you go for a systematic research by your research methodology, this much data collection, this much other things, then Saturn. However, all this writing and other things are Mercury, but forget that. Designing a research, so research design is Saturn. Research question is Jupiter. You can say also Venus. Are you getting my point? So we are getting very good clues. But are you not omitting that? People say that, sir, you catch this, you also can catch it. I don't know how can I catch it. I just sitting on this chamber. It came to my mind. I am saying before you. Similarly, you can think of other things. Even if classical rules are defining their inimical, Saturn's aspect is going to be problematic. But so far as knowledge is concerned, never. Jupiter knowledge, Venus knowledge, Saturn research, very good. So it is Guru Yoga, it is researcher yoga, it is it is Bigya yoga, you can say. Please try it in your chart and see how it is fortifying. And for me, I am saying please consider Navamsa also. If in Navamsa there is conjunction of Venus and Jupiter, it is good. Do not consider aspect. Uh, Navamsa, it should be because then I am saying conjunction and see there should not be any other conjunction. I am talking of this Venus and Jupiter conjunction in a house, not linked, not nevered. The right term is nevered, not nevered by any other planets. Huh? Um, or you can say not housed. They're in the same house. Nevered may be the other house, right? So not housed or not no, rented by any other planet. So Jupiter Venus conjunction with an aspect of Saturn is an excellent researcher yoga, Guru yoga, whatever you can say, please. See, I have seen some charts and really good. Some charts in very few charts actually. One in the 11th house, and other is in the eighth house. Fifth house still I have not checked. So if you have this kind of samples, please check it. Uh, leave Saturn. Just see this Venus and Jupiter conjunction. Definitely making that person knowledgeable because they are the significator of knowledge. Devaguru and Daitya Guru. They are giving you conventional and unconventional knowledge. Murtu Sanjivani with Shukra, Veda Jnana with Bruhaspati. So this is definitely a very good combination uh, for knowledge. I am satirically saying this is Guru Yoga. You can say Pragya Yoga. You can say Jnana Yoga, whatever that may be. But Saturn Jupiter conjunction in the D1 and D9 in the Lagna, 5th house, 8th house, and 11th house can definitely make a person knowledgeous. Well, if you have something to say, please comment box is open. Share it there. And if you have got testimonials, please also share them. This is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I'll come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namah Shivaya.